I know what this means. I know what you're thinking. Tittup is eventually how they'll bury Dolly Parton when she goes, but it's not. Can you explain that to this side over here? Time delay. Tittup, ladies and gentlemen. Now this is a word, it's not in the official dictionary, but it's in what we call the Urban English Dictionary. There's like an Urban English Dictionary is when new words kind of come to fruition, when you've got things like chill out and relax, you've got like chillax and all that kind of stuff. So when new words come out, they go into the Urban English Dictionary, and that's what Tittup is. It's in the Urban English Dictionary. And I'll tell you a little story about how I know what this means. Now, when you all got on board a few days ago, did you all watch the safety video? Very important you watch the safety video and all the safety announcements, you listen to those very carefully. And have you checked in your cabin that you've got a life jacket?
No,
Oh, some of you haven't, all right. And it's got a light and a whistle. Because that light and that whistle is very important in an emergency, especially the whistle. Because if you can imagine the scenario now, the ship's sinking, there's search helicopters flying overhead, there's people screaming, there's alarms going on, there's all sorts of noises, and you're bobbing about in the ocean, but you're fine because you've got your whistle. That whistle is a dinner bell for the sharks. Do not blow that if you're in an emergency, I'm telling you now. And the light is only there for the sharks who've got sort of hearing aids who can't hear the whistle, okay? And the use them together is in case you float into a nightclub by accident. The only reason it says princess on the life jacket, because it's not something you really want to advertise in the ship's side. Oh, we should book a princess cruise. That's what we're about in the ocean. The only reason it says princess on the life jacket is so the sharks know who to eat, because they know you're better fed on here than some of the other cruise lines, that's why. That's true. Tittup, ladies and gentlemen, there's lots of different safety notices and stuff, and you may or may not have seen this, but on the back of your stateroom door there is a sign that says, do not flush while seated, on the back of your bathroom door, sorry. Do not flush while seated, because in case you haven't noticed already, it is a vacuum system toilet on board. Have you seen that? When you try and sneakily go to the bathroom at 3 a.m. in the morning and you wake up the entirety of deck 9. It's quite accurate. Are you filming this? Just don't put it on the internet, okay? My mum doesn't know working on a cruise ship, she thinks I'm in prison. I haven't called for weeks. I tell her I get one phone call a month, bless. It's expensive, $65 a minute. Now, vacuum system toilets, very powerful. If you don't believe me, at midnight tonight, let's all press the button together. Won't even need a sea day. Vroom, straight to Kangaroo Island, we're messing around. Julian, he's only small, flushed while seated, ended up in the swimming pool on deck 16. Alistair, flushed while seated, ended up with a majestic princess, had to swim back for 3 days. Tittup, ladies and gentlemen, I'll get to there in a second. Now, in the night time, there's a whole team of amazing crew members that come on, housekeeping and that, and they come on, they clean the whole ship, they work super hard, 24/7. Now there's a night manager, and anything that happens in the night all goes into this night log, and we get up in the morning and the senior officers meet, we read everything that's happened in the night log. And a couple of cruises ago, we had a lady who flushed while seated and got stuck. Don't laugh, sir, this is very serious. She flushed while seated, got stuck. So I read the transcript of what had gone on. This lady flushed while seated, got stuck. She called for her husband. John, I flushed while seated and got stuck. She's from America. I'm not very good at accents, John, I flushed while seated and got stuck. So John panics, right? And John goes running across the stateroom. It's a good joke. John goes running across the stateroom. They had a suite. Bursts into the bathroom and she sat there. He said, what's up, what's the matter? What's wrong with little Nessa Scorpions? What's wrong? What's the matter? She said, John, I flushed while seated and got stuck. So he said, it's okay, I'll call for the emergency plumber. She said, well, get me something to cover myself up. You can see my rose petals. So John says, here, take this baseball cap, right? So she covers herself up with this baseball cap, as you do, girls. And he calls for the emergency plumber, 3 o'clock in the morning. This emergency plumber, little lad from the Philippines, running up 14 decks to get to this lady, comes bursting in, he's out of breath, and he's, Madame, he looks at her, she's sat there wearing his I Love Sydney baseball cap, right, with a kangaroo on it. And this little Filipino comes in, and he says, Madame, he said, I think I can save you. He looks at the hat, he looks at the woman, he looks back at that. He goes, I think I can save you. He says, but the man in the hat, he has no chance. That is a true story. Do not flush while seated. Tittup is when you make a mistake that you immediately regret, like flushing while seated, when you make a massive tit-up of something. And that is the truth. Thank you.